Okay, friends, we just learned about the famous artist Vincent Van Gogh. I've always really liked him because he's a very interesting person. And I just wanted to say that, in the things we learned about him, that he was different than everyone else. His art was different, his personality was different, he did things differently, and some people thought he was weird. But he ended up, even though during his lifetime he wasn't well liked or his art wasn't that well liked, but after he died, his art became some of the most famous artwork in the world, and it's so beautiful and people love it and appreciate it. And I just want to say that if your art is different, or you feel like you have a certain way you like to do things and maybe it's different than everyone else, don't be afraid to do that, because being creative and being yourself is awesome. And then someday you could be a famous artist. A lot of the famous artists are the ones who were different than everyone else, and they did their own thing, they used their own ideas, and they were very creative. So if you're different, that's great. Different is awesome. We all like to be different than each other. That makes us unique. Anyway, I just want to say that, and we're going to work on this. Remember this famous painting? The Starry Night is one of his most famous works of art, and that's what I thought would be fun to do today. So I'm going to teach you how to draw the Starry Night step by step, and if you just follow along with me, you can do this. It's not very hard. It's really, really fun, actually, because we're going to do all these cool curvy, swervy lines, and they don't have to look just like this one. You can make your own version of the Starry Night. So remember, this is the Impressionist, and remember, this was the realism, how this looks real and this looks different. So we'll start drawing that now. Okay, so today for our project, we just need this blue cardstock. I picked this kind of really pretty dark blue color, purpley blue color, so that'd be cool for a Starry Night. And we're gonna need, I think you'll prefer to draw with a pencil in case you need to erase, but I'm gonna draw with a black Sharpie just so you can see it better. And then you might want to use a black Sharpie later to outline some of your things, but I would probably start with the pencil. And then we're gonna color it with oil pastels because I love their vibrant colors. So first I'm gonna start with this. This is the picture I'm looking at. Remember this weird shape in the picture, this black shape? It's actually a tree, like a cypress tree, which is kind of like a pine tree. And that's like the top of the tree. So we're gonna do that first. So I think we're gonna start with just making kind of a wavy line going down a little bit in from the side of your page. And then we're gonna make maybe a wavy side on the other side. So it's kind of like a triangle, but it's a wavy line triangle. Then right here, I'm gonna make a point and come down. Then I'm gonna come down a little bit further. And you can make your lines kind of crooked because the tree is gonna be crooked. It's not gonna be really super straight. And I'm gonna make another point, come down. And then I think I'll make like a U shape right here. Then let's go back up and make a point. And we'll just, after that, let's just go all the way down to the bottom of our page. And this doesn't have to look just exactly like this one, but something similar to this. And come down here. We're gonna make a point right here. It kind of looks like flames, actually. That's what I think it looks like. I'm just gonna make a wavy, kind of bumpy line going down. So that's basically the shape of the cypress tree. And then we're gonna do the mountains in the background. So let's start over on this far left side. Let's come up and then stop at your cypress tree because this mountain is gonna go behind the cypress tree. And then you're gonna come out this side, just go down, maybe up, down, up, just like some wavy hills in the background. We're gonna make a couple layers of hills. So we're gonna do like another layer here. Similar line there, maybe like this line. You could stop the line, then you can start a new line and maybe make some smaller bumps along here. Just whatever you wanna do for your shapes, that's pretty good for your mountains. They can be any bumpy, wavy shapes you want. Then for the stars that are swirling in the sky, I'm gonna start on the left side over here. I'm gonna make a curved line that maybe stops at the top of the cypress tree right there. I'm gonna continue on the other side of the cypress tree. I'm gonna come around like I'm gonna draw a circle. This is just gonna be kind of give you the idea of where to put your swirly lines. So you're doing this with pencil. When you actually start using the oil pastels, you can use lots of different colors and stuff. So that's basically the shape of one of the swirls I wanted to do. The other swirl, I'm gonna start this swirl right here on the side of this other big swirl. And I'm gonna go around and do the same shape again. Up, around like you're making a circle. Swirl it. So those are a couple of really good swirls you can put in there. And then you can do, when we do the coloring, I'll add some more swirls maybe down here. If you want to add more swirls, it's awesome. Just go ahead and do it, because I think that'd be cool. The other thing I'm going to add up here is a moon. So you're going to make like you're going to make a circle, but you stop. Then kind of follow the same C shape and hook it together. So this moon can be kind of laying crooked in the sky, which is great. And when we color, we're going to do more. He used a lot of just short lines. He calls them dashes, dots and dashes, and swirly lines. Mostly dashes, lots of dashes. And then for the stars, they're just actually circles. And then we're going to draw more lines around them with oil pastels. So wherever you want to put your stars. They could be different sizes. Some could be bigger, some could be smaller. Wherever. We'll go around more, make more details when we get to the oil pastels. Then the other thing that he has in his picture, it's down here at the bottom. There's a little village. So I for sure want to put this church in here because I think it's really cool. And then the other little houses we can just kind of put some wherever we want. And there looks like some swirly bushes and stuff too. So for that church, this is how you're going to draw your houses. You just start by making a small triangle. And then make a square at the bottom of your triangle. And draw a line out of the top of the triangle. Draw a straight line over. Then out of the bottom, draw a straight line. Then this line right here is going to be angled. Same angle as this line, so those two are the same. Then you draw the bottom line going down and then connect it. So that could be the basic shape of any of your houses in your picture. So I think I'll leave that as a house. And then you can put the door wherever you want. You can put the door here, you put the door here, you put the door here, and you can put some little windows in it. If you want to add anything else to your house, like chimney or whatever. I'm gonna do the church right here. If I had pencil, I'd probably erase some of this because the church is gonna show over this mountain, but it's the same idea. Just make a triangle, rectangle or square. Let's see, I'm gonna do this one over to this side. Then down here, connect this. And then I'm gonna make the steeple on here. So to make this steeple, I'm just gonna make a little rectangle at the top right here. And then I'm just gonna make a really tall, skinny triangle. So that would be like a church. Then for the door of the church, I'm gonna make a curved arch, like a upside down U. And then the windows, I think I'm gonna make those the same shape because lots of times church windows are that shape. So that could be the church. And you can make more little houses. So what's the idea of perspective if it's closer to the front of the page? I mean, down here at the bottom, these will be a little bigger. If you're making some houses further away, they're gonna be smaller. Further away you get on the mountain, you can make some smaller houses because in real life, As things get further away, they get smaller. That's called perspective. You can make some more little houses if you want. However many you want to make in your picture, it's up to you. And then if you want to make any trees, go ahead, bushes, whatever you want to make. So I think I'm going to color this now. Get my oil pastels. Of course, there's going to be white. Think about the colors you want to use. Maybe I'm going to start with this moon. Make it yellow. Yours is going to look better. I mean, I wouldn't outline everything with black. Except for the cypress tree, because I don't think it looks that good outlined with black. But that's just how mine is, so you guys could see it better. So the way you're gonna go around this moon is you can make little dotted lines like this. If you really want to look like Vincent Van Gogh. You could do the stars. You could do some orange stars, some yellow stars, however you guys like to do it. Okay, when I get to this part where I'm coloring the cypress tree, I'm using my Sharpie because I thought if I used a lot of black oil pastel, it's going to be super messy. So I decided to use the Sharpie. And see how I left some spots that aren't colored? I'm going to go back and add some gray oil pastel and fill in those spots. So I thought that would be kind of cool because it's some dimension. So I think I'll add some grays on there maybe. But remember, this is your Starry Night creation, so you can do it however you want if you feel so inspired to do something different. When I was coloring these houses, I used some different colors, and I also decided I really like this purple color and I wanted to put some in my sky. So I went back and added some purple to the sky and some pink. I'm pretty sure Vincent Van Gogh used lots of colors in his original painting. The original Starry Night is in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, I believe is where it is. So it's here in the United States, although Vincent Van Gogh, remember, he lived in Europe. He lived in France and other places. But so he didn't ever live in America, but we do have quite a few of his paintings here in some of our museums in America. So if you ever want to see Starry Night, which I hope I can someday, you can go to New York City to see it. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. So I say, when you're done with your art, you always sign your name. Because you're proud of your work, you should put your name on it. So I always sign mine with Mrs. S, which you can't see that well, Sharpie. So have fun doing your Starry Night. Add as many colors as you want. Be creative. Have fun. You know what the fun thing about this project is? Basically, you're almost just scribbling, and it still looks awesome. Because Impressionist art, it is kind of more like scribbling, and you can have fun with it. It doesn't have to be all perfect. It looks great when it looks messy like this. So we'll see you again soon. Bye.